All right, this time I'll be the key shop owner, and you can be someone trying to buy a quiche.
Hello.
Welcome to the key shop.
I'm so glad. I've been walking around all day. I needed a key so long.
Yes, sometimes people give bad directions to the key shop, don't they?
Yes. I can't wait for a quiche. Let me tell you, I have been thinking about a quiche all day. Oh my goodness, I cannot wait to have a quiche. Yes.
What sort of keys do you want?
Well, could you tell me all the different? So do you do different sort of designs of quiche?
Yes, we have long quiche and we have short quiche. We have a very number of quiche. We do every sort of quiche that you would be looking for every sort of purpose.
Well, I'm a very rich man, and I do like a quiche, and I like them to look very ornate. Could you possibly make me a design of a quiche, please?
Yes, of course. I can give you the most designer quiche that you've been looking for, so let me help you.
And obviously, I would love maybe a bit of salmon in it would be lovely.
In your quiche.
Yes, a bit of salmon, or maybe some ham.
I'm sorry, sir. I think you've made a mistake. This is the keys shop. Next door is the quiche shop. You can hear the difference, can't you? The keys shop and the quiche shop.
Oh,
see? You're looking for something to eat, aren't you? You can't eat quiche.
Why do you have a picture? Why do you have a giant quiche in your window there?
You see, I'll explain. Because people often come into this shop thinking to themselves, I need a quiche, but we are the quiche shop. So I put a quiche in the window so people don't get confused and they go next door. You see?
Oh,
if you look right down the bottom, let me show you. If you look right down the bottom of the picture of the quiche, there is a very small arrow pointing to next door.
Oh, I see.
I know it's pointing towards our door as well, and that's probably the confusion.
Thank you for your help there, sir. Good day.
That's fine.
Goodbye.
Yeah, so, do you want some keys? I can give you some keys. So I've got lovely keys. Keys for all occasions. Keys for very expensive. Keys for bougie individuals like yourself. They always just go. They just never explain themselves. I should have got into quiches.
Nice.
Okay, good.
Previously on the Danger Club podcast.
Fulton, you got a big axe? I'm fighting a bastard tree. Do you want to swap?
Hey, Caragor, you kill the grey ooze.
Oh my god. Another one again on this D8.
So I'm going to turn it into, I don't know, a large phallus, I suppose.
It totters and then just collapses onto its side.
So we've got Bugs or a lobster behind this door.
It might be a good idea to barricade these doors and rest up.
Caragor, what have I never lost my man on base? And smashes the door in.
The adventure continues now.
Team, we're rolling.
Is this the first time we've recorded 2 days in a row?
It might be.
It could be. It could be. It's our own Danger Con.
Yeah.
Danger Record Con.
Danger Recording.
Didn't we record like every day in 1 week once? Didn't we do that? Or am I just? Is it just the thing that I imagine?
We did do a hardcore session, but I'm not sure that we did any days on the. I don't think we've ever done days on the trot before. We may have had days.
You can always tell when it's a record day because you just have to look at the weather in the UK and realise that it's fucking amazing because we're going to sit inside.
Yep.
That's when we record, Dangerlings. That's when we record.
Of course.
Look, I've got a question. Like, obviously, we're having a DangerCon. Why did I have to buy a ticket? Why did no one else have to buy a ticket?
I mean, you were the only one that had to buy a ticket, James. I don't know.
Yeah.
The rest of
I know. Why did
You're technically not part of the Danger Club, basically. I don't know if you've read the small print, James.
No, I didn't know. Who does that?
You're technically a guest actor on all of these shows.
We're gonna create our own Green Goblin here. It's like, out am I?
I mean, ticketing wise, neither is Ross, but he counts as a booth babe, so he's still
that's fair enough.
Whenever we roll the credits on this, we have to say featuring special guests Ross Harmston and James Lockhart.
And someone's got a good agent to get the someone have a good agent to get themselves into all kinds of bother in this adventure. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Danger Club podcast.
It's 9 a.m.
And that was an early morning
with the Danger Club.
That was an early morning link. He got a good enough agent to be in part of this adventure.
Play the game.
Sorry. You're right, we should just play the game because
it's not even the worst one.
That reminds me on the way back from Birmingham from the Games Expo, we're on the train and the train had to stop at a station, and the announcer, he just gave up. He was like, hello everybody, I'm really sorry, the technical fault in this train, so just get off at the station. Get off. That was legit. There's another train, just get off. It's like, wow, somebody needs another job.
I had to get on a train lately and go see me mum, and I went waited at the station in St Pancras for ages. Delayed, so everyone's like, oh dear, it's a bit delayed. There's a bit of a hustle getting onto the train when it finally turned up, and I went all the way to the front to sit in first class because they declassified first class because, fuck the system and burn the masters. But I sitting there, it's quite close to the cockpit. What is it on the train? Is it a cockpit?
Driver's cabin, I believe.
Cabin, yeah.
Driver's cabin. It needs to be. It's a huge train. It needs to be a bit more glamorous than a cabin. Oh well. Anyway, sat next to it, I can hear like the lady being like, "And sorry for the delay. This is a departure for going," and then shuts the door and goes, "Oh no!" Comes out again. She's like, "And we'll be delivering the food catering down in the passenger C," and it's just like I can hear you screaming, babe.
So funny.
Hey, speaking of long transportation services, we've been going for 150 episodes.
Meow.
We're on 151. What are you talking about? That was last week.
I
You're
know,
last week,
we didn't talk about it last week, so I thought I'd bring it up today. We're 150 years old in podcast years.
Not
hey, Ross, you're weak. Last week.
Yeah. All right. Let's not talk about it then. Fine, Gary. We're talking about James's fucking expo for the last 3 weeks.
I'm just drip feeding it in there, mate.
No, Ross, you're right. I'm glad you brought it up. We're at 151 episodes.
I tell you what is making me happy about being recording, even if it is this early.
Being recorded.
We are being recorded.
I am being recorded.
We are being recorded.
Sorry, I'm being a dick this morning, aren't I? I'm just like,
It's these early morning records. He's just like,
I've been up since really early, so I'm like, yeah, man. Hey, what's going on?
We've got the combination of audio dad sass from Colin, early morning sass, and just general podcast sass. This is a tough.
Too much sass.
a lot of sarsaparilla, mate.
Sorry, what were you going to say?
I was going to say my favourite thing about being recording, even though it is so early today, is
owning it.
Is this adventure that we're playing? Is this this dungeon? I've been looking forward to getting to this section for so long, getting to the Kalabi Caravan House, and it's one of these things I couldn't push because of because the eureka moment of you working out what the clues all mean is like that has to be in your court for it to be good, and it was a lovely moment. But I just knew when we got into this it would be fun, and I'm just enjoying playing the game right now. Like I almost want to get you guys on the Roll20 so you can see the map and see this, because this is just like fun classic RPG right now. Moving room to room, investigating stuff, fighting monsters, finding treasure. It's so easy to run, and it's so easy to do that I woke up
because we can't fuck around and go running off and go like, no, guess what? I'm going to go over to this shop over here, and then I'm going to have sex with this pig. Nothing you can do about it, Dan. That you have control.
Pretty quickly.
That went really quick.
Everyone's like, oh yeah, we'll
Black
be in
Mirror.
a dungeon. We might go to a glove shop. Drum was like, fuck a pig. That's what I'm going to do.
You gotta prepare yourself
You
for a
went
dungeon
David
fight.
Cameron so quickly.
I got Cameron on the mind, I guess, man. I don't know.
Bestiality.
Cameron on the mind.
Cameron on the mind.
Not to derail again, but lately at a gig I've been working at, I've had to hand out condoms. No ordinary condoms, guys, like decent condoms. And one of the things they list on the back of their high quality good is 100% vegan, which throws some strange questions as to the condoms that we've all been using prior to that.
Yeah, man.
When would
A lot of them are made out of really dodgy materials like sheep's intestines and shit like that. If you look into the history of condoms, they're just like.
So we've technically all been doing a David Cameron for years. That's the greatest joke he had on us. We've all been fucking pigs.
I don't know about animals in the manufacture of latex, but it's probably the lube. They probably put animal fat or something like that in the lube. That's probably what isn't vegan. Yeah. How grim is that?
It should be coconut oil.
Lord, mate, just go full on 15
coconut oil.
Should be coconut
Well, if it was up to you, everything would be coconut oil. Your house would be coconut oil.
If it isn't coconut oil, it's not good enough.
Just
Sorry.
That's how I check the weather as well, is by coconut oil. I just go to poke it, see if it's hard or soft, and
Drum.
Yeah.
Drum, have you had your morning peanut punch yet?
No, I changed it. I changed it this morning. I'm having sour cherry.
Ooh, very nice.
With a special dash of some kind of acid in it, which is good for my gammy knee. Yeah.
Oh.
So that's what I'm drinking.
Do you mean
this morning.
just acid? It's just
it's actually slithering acid. It's from the.
My name is
blobs.
Drum. I drink acid.
I am acid.
I take out to the monkeys.
I can barely see.
Yeah. I just want to apologise if there is any noise in the background of my recording. I know this is. I know. Usually my recording is lovely, but I've got a park life going on at the moment. I'm getting rudely awakened by the dustman on a Wednesday morning.
Beautiful.
So that's happening, and also my cat seems to be throwing itself at the door at the moment.
Whoa!
It's just like,
Wow.
Here's Johnny.
you can hear my voice. He wants to play, and I'm not out there in the morning to play with him, so he's just like boom, boom, like trying to get in to bite my ankles. So if you hear a banging in the background, team, that's what it is.
It's not your next door neighbours. Get down.
Yeah.
It's the cat
It's just
being
the
a
cat.
clown.
I love how your cat utterly rejects anyone not from your household pretty much and bloody loves you. It's just like anytime we've gone round there to record, the cat's just been like, not you, not you, not you, not you. Colin, fucking yes.
Give me your ankle.
He liked me. He came over and sniffed my finger.
Yeah.
Not in a weird way.
Only because you pre-did your fingers with like meat juice before you got there. I mean, we all know your tricks, Harmston.
Real fingers.
Yeah.
It's the non-vegan condoms.
Yeah, Ross's fingers definitely aren't vegan friendly.
Oh my goodness. 9 a.m. Dangerlings. That's where we're at. Let's get back into this. Let's pick up where we were in the Kalabi caravan house. So you guys entered here on the trail of the Slithering. You think there are definitely some clues here. You know Matala has some kind of a connection to here before she died. But there doesn't seem to be anyone home at the moment, other than a puddle and an angry wooden statue. That's all you've met. You've kind of passed through.
Wooden cock, actually.
It is now, yeah. It is now.
Yeah, once it had been weakened. Yes, that's correct.
It is now a weakened wooden penis.
Sorry, Dan.
So, no, thank you for clarifying. Clarity is important in a show like this.
It's important. A weak phallus.
So you made your way. You had a little look around. There's like an entry room which you had to look around. Got some, found some atlases. You went into the next room where there was like a big looked like there was a meeting room. Looked like a meeting had been taking place, but there was nothing there but a puddle and the the statue that became a phallus. You annihilated that room. You smashed the tables up. You turned the statue into a dick. You defeated it. And then you listened at two of the two doors going out. There was a small door, and you heard you smelled a kind of caustic smell coming through the cracks in that door. And then there was a larger door just to the south of it, from which you heard a kind of scraping and scuttling. So in true danger style, Caragor launched himself through those double doors and into the room beyond. Would you like to know what it's like when you get in there?
Yes, please.
Yes.
Go on then.
Imagine if you said no. No, it's just...
Yeah, for like, no.
We walk through with our eyes closed.
No, we wish to make all of our decisions without any description at all. I'd be lying if I said I hadn't had players like that in the past. Right. Let me describe the room for you. So you burst through into what looks like a storeroom. This is a big room. This is bigger than the two other rooms, almost the size of the two rooms that you've just been in combined. There are lots and lots of rows of shelves along here on which there seem to be boxes, and you can see sort of jugs and just general trade goods. A lot of them seem to have bolts of wool in them. But there seem to be a few other bits and pieces around. There are some little ladders around for climbing up to the higher shelves. In the northern end of the room, there is one enormous clay jug, a big clay amphora with a lid on it, which, as you kind of come into the room, Caragor, you look over to your left at it, and you can see, and it just seems to vibrate ever so slightly, and you can just hear a scraping inside it.
A vibrating piece of crockery, you say?
A vibrating piece of crockery.
You know, that reminds me of that theory about Cleopatra, who, as some people reckon, invented the first vibrator by getting a very small ceramic jar and trapping bees inside it.
Tremendous.
Wow. Is that actually true?
No, probably not, but it's a theory that goes around. It's got pictures, and it's almost believable, which is what makes it a good theory.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know that it isn't true, but I assume that it's not.
It's because Cleopatra happened, and then there was about 400 years of Romans afterwards who, whenever a male Roman did something wrong, they were like, oh yeah, but here's another way that Cleopatra was a slut, and that's worse than me. Like, that's literally her entire reputation comes from.
I think her inventing vibrators is great. It also brings a whole new meaning to the lyrics "bees in a trap" that I've realised only possibly two people here are going to understand. So, moving on, the amphora. What does it look like?
It looks like a giant. It's not decorated, but it's probably about 5 feet tall, with a lid on the top. In the corner.
Is there anything motivational?
I'm really sorry. I was half asleep when you did the description. Have we burst into a place that we thought was going to have monsters in, and there's actually just a vibrating vase?
Pretty much. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Just clarifying. All right.
Let me add you one last thing. There are two other exits out of here. There are double doors, both on the eastern wall. One to sort of the north of the room, one to the south of the room. They both seem to go on in the same direction from here.
As soon as I see the fact that there is an easy exit to this room, and one possible complication that needn't happen, I usher both Fulton and Velda far away from the amphora and just gesture to everybody else. It was Fulton because, obviously, but lately with Velda's jug antics, you just can't be sure. So Caragor just sort of pushes them over to one side of the room. No, just go over there.
No, I was just going to go and have a look.
Is there bees in the jar?
It's vibrating.
There's no bees in a trap.
There's no spiders in there, is there? Oh, God.
Would that help you stay away?
God, no
probably spiders in that jar. Yeah, probably spiders.
I want to see if there's
away from it.
any motivational speaking on that jar.
Caragor just does that thing and grabs Velda's lips and just goes, shh, let people explore things. and then just hand gestures towards like the other door we could go through. I assume like we'll just take a little perception-wepsy just as we go through, in case that door is like, it's a door that you have to open the bee jar to get through, and it's full of bee avenues, and the bees have got to crawl up the door tunnels, and then they've got to pull little cogs and then drop the honey into one by one, and then you've got to roll a d6. I haven't done a dungeon in a long time, but I imagine
it's like Crystal Maze.
It's a fucking Crystal Maze. It's a Crystal Maze with bees.
Yeah. There's two doors.
There's two doors. Yes.
Can we do a little perception check to
do some
each
perception
door?
stuff.
You want to listen at the doors? Yeah, no problem.
Can I?
I also want to check the room over, see if there's anything else we've missed.
I was going to say I'll detect magic, I guess.
Okay.
I mean, you probably know that's magic.
No, that's fine. Okay, so roll your perceptions. Those of you listening at the doors. Shania, you don't need a perception. You can just search the room.
Okay, cool.
That's fine.
All right.
So Shania, you get one of the ladders out, and you just kind of start climbing up and having a little look in some of the boxes around on some of the shelves. Let's do Shania first while you're rolling those. So you find a few things going through the room. Most of the boxes contain wool, which looks pretty heavy and difficult to carry. However, on the top of one of the shelves, you find 7 boxes containing sticks of cinnamon, which may be valuable. We need a society check to kind of have an idea of how much cinnamon is worth.
I can do that.
And tucked into one of them, as if being saved for later, you find a potion.
Ooh. Nab that. Put that in the bag of holding.
Okay, so I rolled a society check, got my first natural 20 on my sparkly dice.
Oh, very nice. There we go.
Just because I know cinnamon.
You do know cinnamon.
Apparently so. So that's 32.
32. Oh, very much. Easily enough. You paid very close attention when you were in the spice markets of Quantium, got a bit of an interest in spices, and you've been keeping an eye on the local spices prices in the in the market here. So you know boxes like this. Each of these 7 boxes is probably worth about 15 gold pieces. Wow. And you could sell it at that value in the market. You wouldn't sell it at like 10% because it's a trade good. So if you could take these out, they're a bit unwieldy to carry, so you couldn't. I suppose you could get them in the.
Is there any kind of trolley?
Bag of holding?
You could get them in the bag of holding. There's not a trolley, no.
Okay,
I'm just going to stick them in the bag of holding.
Kind of trolley?
Yeah, because this is
not such an airport, James.
No.
Anything from the trolley, dearie?
Why have you gone there? No,
We'll take the lot.
Obviously, this sounds to me like somewhere where you'd unload your cargo and store it and stuff like that. So I thought there'd be like a porter's trolley or a little wagon or something to get them in there.
You don't need it, Felder. I have a bag of holding. It's really good. It's like a boy.
I'm not sure.
You've got one too.
But
remember?
But this is quite a large box, and the bag of holding doesn't have sort of an infinite opening. I mean, mine's quite small. So
mine's large.
How are you going to get this large box?
They're already in there. It's okay.
Caragor listens to both Velda and Shania describing their alternately small and large openings, looks once at Fulton and just goes, "Don't you fucking dare." Will the cinnamon boxes fit in the bags of holdings?
So the boxes will not. However, Shania, you sort of just turn and just empty each box in turn into the bag of holding, which now smells like Christmas. It's like a big Christmassy void.
All right, there we are. Good.
Great.
So, is there any magic in this room?
There's no magic.
And then throw the boxes at Velda. Take that!
Oh, it's just like
cardboard in your face.
Shania Kong. Oh no!
Would anyone like a crafting check to try and work out what the potion is?
Yes.
Please. Yeah, why not? I'll do it as well.
24.
24.
I got more than you, mate. I got more than you, buddy, old pal. I got 28.
Bizarrely, the blacksmith knows more. Pretty sure crafting's never that specific, but that's fine. You know the principles of crafting well enough to know that this is a moderate healing potion.
Ooh.
Oh, this is a moderate healing potion.
It's a moderate. That's what I was going to say.
I could do. I can appraise things as well. I didn't know that, but now I do.
It's strange because I literally Caragor got given a moderate healing potion in the last room. Yeah.
No, it didn't. It was the one less than a moderate healing potion.
Yeah, you're quite right. It was a lesser. That's actually very valuable.
But now we have a moderate. It's in my bag of holding. Cool.
Moderate.
Great. Just take it.
10.
Okay, so I got a perception of 14 on the door for me.
Okay.
On one of the doors, whoever doesn't.
Were you, Fulton? Were you crafting on a potion and also checking it? To pick one, mate. Do you know what I mean?
Hey, I looked at Bubba looking at it, and I just went, it's a moderate healing potion. I mean, I probably failed my perception. So
it's got a label on it saying moderate healing potion, but it's in the wall. Okay, it's not a great perception check. Who else was listening at the door? Was it just?
I'll give it.
No.
Okay.
I think Shania was, wasn't she?
Shania's searching the room, so she's definitely.
Okay,
not.
cool. There was definitely
25.
25. Okay, cool. You don't hear anything from inside. However, you do see cracks of light coming through. So you reckon that, and you check both doors, and you reckon both of these doors open to the outside, open to the area. You have a feeling, you feel like the amount of the distance you've covered within this building means it's probably not the doors that Philippe is standing outside. So maybe it's a courtyard or something like that.
Ooh.
I think, yes, it's a courtyard or some sort of interior external space.
Interior external space.
Yeah, that's a bit of a...
Yes, so it's
the interior of an external
look, if you want to explain
space.
the details of architecture, but yes, internal, inside the walls, and then it's an external space, like a courtyard or something.
Is this? Can you have an interior external space in the same way as that you can also being recording?
I would say yes, they're similar in principle, yes.
Fair enough. I've been to space and I understand transdimensional geography like this. All right.
Should we do the inside first, or should we go outside into the courtyard?
Well, presumably the courtyard's going to have access to other rooms, I think. Possibly, I'm guessing.
Yeah. What's our objective here? We're just finding the cause of the slithering.
We're
trying to find the box, aren't we?
We're trying to find out what Matala,
and then the evidence
what happened
of
to her.
Well, no, we know what happened to her, but we need to find her box. And we need to find
we've got these shards, right?
Caragor just Caragor just looks with his one eye towards that amphora that's vibrating. I'm like, I just can't help but feel that didn't go off and it didn't do anything, and now I feel it's going to be important somehow. We're going to come back to it. We're going to be like, oh, the jar full of stuff.
Do you want me to smash it?
But you are emphatic.
No, we're not smashing it.
I could smash it.
No.
I think I've got a hidden talent at smashing jars.
What, a hidden talent for lifting medium-heavy things and then smashing them on unwary of civilians?
Yes. I've never really tried it before. And
Bubba goes over to the jug.
Hey, Bubba.
Don't touch it.
Bubba,
I'm not going to touch it.
You detected magic already on this?
Yeah, I detected magic. There's no magic.
And there's no magic. Okay.
No. Let me just have a little... Can I do a I don't know, a lore check, maybe? Or
appraisal of things.
Let me do a performance check. I'll do a performance by the jug and see if anything happens.
Okay, you play a song at the jug.
I'll play a song for the jug. Oh, jug, let me know your secrets, jug. I want to know what's keeping inside your... Oh, is it bees? Is it bees?
Is it a genie?
It's 23.
23.
24, actually.
24. Oh, okay. Yeah. As you you start to sing a melodious song to the jug, you can hear the scraping kind of seem to almost move to the side where you are, as if drawn towards the sound of the music. And the jug begins to kind of rock and ever so slightly tilt.
Bubba would like to move back.
I think the jug likes singing.
Push it back up, push it back so it doesn't fall over.
Backs up to the far wall.
Yeah, I've done that as well. Is something in there? There's something in there.
We knew there was something in there.
That was never in question, but it seems to like singing.
The jug, as the weight shifts on it, just tilts over and just tumbles onto its side and shatters. And pouring out of it is just a vast carpet of millipedes. Of little bugs, and you can see their little biting jaws, and tons of them just come pouring out, just covering the top end of the room. God, I can't believe this fight actually happened. We were so close. Roll for initiative, Danger Club.
We're dealing with a swarm.
We're eliminating variables. Setbacks happen.
Yeah, it might have happened anyway. Okay, we can blame.
It was me first. then it was Velda, and now it's Bubba's that's ruined things.
Let's face it. Someone else was going to go and do something to that jug. Like, it wouldn't have, if I hadn't have done something, someone else would have.
I want to be absolutely clear. The jug was unnecessary. Let's find out. How are we doing? Velda, what's your initiative?
It's not great. It's a 16.
A 16. Oh, good. That's what you want. That's what you want is your wizard to be, with the AoEs to be low when you're fighting swarms.
I haven't got any AoEs left.
Oh, what is the point of you?
I mean, you'll find out when we fight something next, but, creatures which are immune to magic.
Got bloody anything.
Oh, gosh. Fulton, give me a number.
23.
23. Shania Rain, what we got?
18.
Oh my goodness!
Really?
Sorry, I keep forgetting.
I rolled real bad.
To do this. I keep forgetting to do this, but it triggers every time we roll initiative. There's no action spent. It's Scout's warning. Caragor goes, fire an area of effect things, please, to give everyone a +1 to their initiative.
Very good.
Okay, so 19.
That's cool. I've got the other ones, and Caragor.
27.
27, a little bit better than last time. Bubba Von Hoops.
27. Caragor, you go first, mate.
Very, very good. Right, let's get some initiatives. Let's get some people placed on the map. I think fair enough. We'll put Bubba closest to it.
He backed up against the wall. I said that, Dan. Come on, mate.
You were in the process of backing up.
I don't know. I said very quickly back up against the wall.
Because that's the... Bubba does not move
because I know what you're like, Dan. I know that you do this. I know you do this.
What, make you suffer
That's
the
why I said.
consequences of your actions?
Yes, it's disgusting. I protest.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Caragor is the first person to react as this absolute shit show goes down.
If I jump in there, they're probably going to swarm all over me. So if anyone's got anything to keep things swarming off me, I could probably take a bit of fire damage if you want to set me on fire. Oh, here I go. Never lost fight to man nor beast. Caragor gets his flappy hammers out and goes, wappity wappity, I think millipedes are crappity. And jumps forward.
You run to attack one of the millipede swarms.
There's multiple swarms?
There are two swarms. They spread out to form two swarms.
Okay. Which one's the most... Which one looks like it's going towards my friends the quickest?
Both of them look like they very much intend to go towards your friends.
That's fair. And which one of them's closest?
They're both next to each other because they've just come out of the thing. So they're equal distance. So you
give me something else to differentiate them. Have they got different spots on their back? Or
one of them looks like it's probably into R&B. The other one looks like it's more of a classic rock swarm.
Okay, then Millipede Carey is going to get done first, I think. I'm going to jump towards that one, and let's see. How far away is it?
You can get there in one move.
One move, one hunt, one strike.
Very
Caragor,
nice.
one fang.
Give
all right.
me a... what kind of creature is it? I think it's... I reckon it's vermin. Is that still a thing in this? No, it's not. It's an animal. Okay, go ahead and give me a nature check.
Nature. That would be a 23.
A 23 is enough to know some stuff about it. So it is a Mwangi millipede swarm. Let's see. It is not like in first edition. It is not completely immune to physical attacks. In first edition, they are. In this, it has a lot of resistance to physical attacks. Slightly less to slashing, a lot of resistance to bludgeoning and piercing. It's weak against area damage, and it has got some venom to it. I don't think that will be in there. It's not critical. It's not far off a critical. There you go. That's what you know about them.
Okay. Do slashes and magic, and they've got a bit of poison in them as well. Don't correct me on the venom. And oh god, do I switch back to my slashing weapons because they do less damage than my bludge? But then the resistance is gonna. Oh shit. I guess I'll switch to the kukris with a quick draw. Okay, and then the hunt prey, and then attack. Fuck! I dropped it off the table. It's a 20.
20 is a hit.
Okey-dokey. So the hunt prey is that. Oh crap! 6 and that's 9 points of damage total. Some of that's slashing, some of that's hunt prey damage.
9 points of slashing. Right, the hunt prey damage.
Do you need me to split it up?
I might need to. Is the hunt? We always come up on this. Is the hunt prey precision damage, or is it just damage? I'll tell you. I'll let you look at. I'll put it on now, and if it's wrong, we'll take it back. It's 9 points of damage. Have a quick look at whatever your ability is. Meanwhile, we'll go to Bubba Von Hoops.
Okay, so the two swarms, are they? How close am I?
So, Bubba, you are currently 25 feet from each of them.
25 feet, okay. And how close is
20 feet.
20 feet. And how close is Caragor now?
Caragor is currently 0 feet from, 5 feet from one. He ran right up to it to start hitting.
Okay, so the other sphere, I'm going to cast, I'm going to move back 5 feet.
Okay.
So take a 5 foot step. And cast Gravity Well on that swarm. This is my last.
Mister, I've got no spells left. Tell us about Gravity
It's my last level 3 that I've got. So, 30-foot radius burst. You create a sphere of altered gravity. All creatures and unsecured objects in the area move towards the centre, depending on their reflex save throws. This follows the rules for forced movement. If there's not enough space near the centre of the sphere, creatures and objects nearer to the centre move first, and others move as far as they can without being blocked up to the amount set by the saving throw outcomes. So there we go. That's how it works.
Okay, where are you going to place the... So these two swarms are in the far corner of the room. With Caragor fighting them. Where do you want to place the gravity well that's going to pull them towards it?
Well, is there a chance that I can put it in the middle of both of them without affecting Caragor, or is that?
It's a 30-foot burst, so it will. The furthest you could place it, and it would still affect it. The furthest you could place it would be right against the wall in the back of the room, in which case it would affect both swarms, Caragor and you.
Yeah, sure. So I could put it essentially, if I put it in the centre of one of the swarms, that could
put it in the centre of one of the swarms.
Hit me as well. If it gets them both, get me as well.
It would get Caragor. It wouldn't get you if you did that.
Right, okay.
Punch me. I can take it. Go on.
Yeah, I mean, really out of game, is that a good idea?
I've got no idea what your spell does, and neither does Caragor. Let's fucking go. Yeah.
So it basically just pulls everything into this gravity.
So I'll be trapped in a horrible
swarm. You'll be trapped in this swarm. Yeah, it's not a good idea.
Mega globe swarm of millipedes.
Because I was thinking, if there's two swarms and Caragor's fighting one, then one of them would be pulled towards this gravity sphere, and the other one we can kind of deal with.
Tactically, it makes a lot of cool sense to neutralise one by just trapping it while we deal with one.
That's what I was thinking.
Makes a lot of sense, but you know what? I mean, you do whatever you think's cool, mate. Like,
no, that was my initial thought. My initial thought was I should have gone first, really, because then we wouldn't be in this mess.
That's another fight mess you've got us into.
Because then you wouldn't be in melee with
these
them.
meddling millipedes.
Okay, so is that possible, Dan, to concentrate on the one swarm?
Concentrate on the one swarm. I mean, you can drop it on the one swarm. Yeah, it's still going to hit. It's still going to affect everyone. It's a massive.
The room's quite small.
Okay,
it's not like it's a big room, but it's a 30-foot radius. It's an enormous radius.
Yeah, it's quite big. Isn't
and you can't specify who it ignores. So
it's all I've got. Yeah. I haven't really got any fire stuff.
Do it. Do it, man.
All right, it's done.
All right, you place a gravity well on top of one of the swarms. Immediately, they start being pulled. You see the bugs gripping at the ground as they start to be pulled towards it. So the first one is going to go ahead and try and make a reflex save
against my roll,
against your spell DC.
Oh, against my spell DC. Okay.
So it goes for it's reflexing. Ain't terrible. That's a 16.
It's not gonna work.
Okay, and let's have one for. Is that a fail or a crit fail?
That's a fail. It's not a crit fail, no.
Okay, and let's have one for Caragor as well, please. Reflex save.
It's a 26.
Yes, you succeed.
Cool.
Success, you move 5 feet towards the centre. So Caragor moves 5 feet towards it.
Whoop.
But not anywhere. The other one moves 15 feet towards it. Placing it. It cannot take up the same space as the other swarm because there's already a swarm there. So it kind of Caragor is pulled towards it. The other millipedes are pulled towards it, and Caragor and the millipedes all converge on each other in the same square as they're all pulled into the gravity together. You just see Caragor disappear into this swirling mass of. It's like Twister. There's kind of a tornado of millipedes being pulled in, and Caragor just disappears into it.
Bill Paxton's there as well, just going around.
Caragor.
That's the same cow.
Caragor and the Millipedes has got to be your new band, surely. Come on.
Oh my god. Fulton.
Furious focus on one of the swarms.
I want to
have to do a reflex
without
save,
without me explaining anything more about the room. I
did have. Sorry, I had one. Oh no, because I moved. Carry on. My mistake.
You were listening at a door, Fulton.
Yes.
So I would like you to say, tell me north or south.
South.
South. Okay, that means that you are 45 feet away from probably 40 feet away from the nearest swarm.
Cool. I will spend 2 actions to walk over, and then I will just hit one of them. I pre-rolled it already because
very nice.
Good lad.
And it's with my great axe 27.
27. That's a hit, not a crit.
Yeah, habba dabba doo! Fuck you! 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 points of damaggio.
Slashing damage. Very nice. You run over and just cleave your axe through a load of the millipedes. Okay. Very nice. Take out a load of millipedes.
Do I have to make a reflex save to
do what?
To stop from moving into the gravity well?
No, it's a single burst. It just pulls people in and then dissipates again.
Cool.
So you're fine now. Okay, it's time for the millipedes to have a go. We're time for one of the millipedes to have a go. Let's have a look. One action. Oh, okay. In that case, it moves. It moves one. It takes one action to move 1 square forwards to envelop Fulton as well as Caragor, because it covers 4 squares.
Can it do that while it's being pulled by this thing? For 6 seconds?
Gravity also. It does not sustain. It's not a sustained spell. It just pulls people and then winks out. So you pull them into the corner and then they move back out again. So it envelops Caragor and Fulton. Second action, it unleashes a load of swarming bites. I would like reflex saves from both Caragor and Fulton, please.
24.
17.
24 and a 17. I can tell you, 24 is a success for half damage. A 17 is a fail. So, Fulton, you take 8 points of piercing damage. Caragor, you take 4 points of piercing damage. And I need both of you to make a fortitude save.
26.
32.
Jesus.
Wow, you both pass with flying colours. You are not affected by you're not affected by any of the poison. And what should we do with the other action? It bites you again. Let's get reflex saves again.
Natural 20.
Very good. That's a 6.
Natural 1.
Oh. The dices have turned.
That's right, the dices have turned. Yes, we are being recordings, and the dices have turned. The word is already a plural.
Oh, Caragor, you are being in so much trouble for this. So, Fulton, critical success. You take no damage at all. You don't have to roll against poison. You are fine. Caragor, critical fail. You take double damage. You take 8 points of piercing damage. Okay. And I need another fortitude save for you to resist their venom.
Natural 2. So it's a 12 total.
A 12 total is a critical fail. You immediately move to stage 2 of the poison. So you take a further 5 points of poison damage. You are now poisoned, and you are flat-footed, and you are clumsy. Clumsy 1.
Okay.
Clumsy. Poison starting to seep through your veins.
Fulton!
Sorry, I was blowing my nose. What?
There's poison running through my veins.
Have you got time to sing?
There's one in my mouth.
Oh God! And they hate this because this is the R&B swarm. They can't. The other one's kind of digging it. This one's not sure. So clumsy means you're at a -1. Effectively for this fight, you're at -1 to AC, reflex saves, ranged attack rolls, and any skill check that involves dex. So that will affect.
But not melee attack rolls.
Not melee attack rolls because you strength for melee attack rolls.
I heard you loud and clear, Dan.
You are good for that. All right. That was one turn for them. It means it's now Shania Rain's go.
Okay, so Shania, she shouts across, she says, "Hey, One Fang, Battlestone, brace yourselves, boys." And then
we literally can't. The game mechanics don't let us do that inside of your turn.
Yeah. I know it's a real shame, but you try anyway. And then she says some words, moves her hands, and then she sort of expands like a balloon, and then blows out a huge gust of air that ripples towards the swarm. Hopefully, knocking the swarm away from the larger people. So because they're too big to be blown away by, but the swarm they're small. It's unseasonable squall is what I'm using.
Oh.
Unseasonable squall. And it sounds like this.
Unseasonable Squall. What a wonderful name. Where's that from? That's from Extinction Curse.
That's from the British School of Magic. Just like that.
So yeah, I think you have to take what is it?
Let's have a look. So,
right.
Reminder for our listeners, this is an uncommon spell. It's from Extinction Curse, but we have a general rule that we say spells taken from APs are generally fine unless they're completely nonsensical, because it's fun to be able to play around with lots of different spells. So Unseasonable Squall is fine. You blast cold, sudden winds at everyone. So in that case, we need fortitude saves. Start of your next turn as well. Fortitude saves from Fulton, Caragor, and both swarms. Okay.
30 for Fulton.
27 for Caragor.
Yes.
So that is a critical success for Fulton. No, it's successes for both of you against Shania's spell DC. That's fine, there's no crit success. You are unaffected. The swarms are 22 and a 14.
So
what's your spell DC?
Well, let's see. It's 22. So one of them, I guess. Yeah, one succeeds and one fails, but it's not critical. I don't think
it is not. I'm going to consider it a critical failure though, because they're under one bulk. So I'm going to move one step further along. So it's knocked back. So they both fail. They can't be knocked prone because they're swarms, so that's not affecting it. However, it is pushed back 5 feet, which pushes it off Fulton, still on Caragor. But it does take 2d6 points of bludgeoning damage. So go ahead and roll some damage.
All right, let's roll a bit of damage. Come on. And that is 8 points of damage.
8 points of damage, and you know what? I'm going to add some extra damage on that because it is an area effect spell, so it's going to be some extra. So we'll put another 5 points on that. 8 plus 5 equals 15. 13. What am I doing? Which kills the swarm. Very good. So you're kind of as
Shania, you're bringing the light. Do you know why?
Why is that?
Because that was Swarm to Paul.
I don't get it.
I think he is poisoned by centipedes.
I appreciate you.
Just give me the light.
Okay.
Just give me the light.
I don't have any light.
No, you did it. You brought the because that's.
I did it. Have I already done it? Have I ruined your joke?
Sean Paul, everyone. Sean Paul.
You're talking to a group of people who are approaching or in their 40s who remember Blue Cantrell, and that's about it.
I was there with you, man.
Not including you, Colin. We know you know all
Colin
music.
gets it.
Okay, so what happens is you just as these millipedes are swarming over Fulton and Caragor, just a blast of wind hits both of you. You brace and manage to stand where you are. The millipedes are flung off you and just splattered across the wall directly behind, just covering the thing, just dripping down, and the last few that survive scuttle away. 1 down, 1 to go. Oh, and it's go. Actually, it's not its go because Shania has 1 action left.
Oh yeah, I do. With this action, I am going to. My God, I hadn't thought that far ahead, motherfucker. I guess I'm gonna move away from it as far as I can.
You move back to the Velda line.
Back to the
The best of lines.
Which means it's time for the other millipede swarm. The other millipede swarm immediately swarms back onto Caragor and Fulton, into the space vacated by its friend. It then unleashes a pair of swarming bites on both of you. So let's have first of all, let's have a reflex save from both of you.
22.
It's a success for Fulton. You're going to take half damage.
Oh my God! Also 22.
22 success, half damage for you, which is good because that's not a bad roll. So it's both you take 4 points of piercing damage, and let's have some fortitude saves.
26.
Natural 1.
Oh my
god!
Shit, man.
That is a crit save. Fortunately, there is only a stage 2 of this, so you just take it again. Fulton, you take absolutely no effect from this. Caragor, you take another 6 points of poison damage. And then it's going to do it again. Sorry to keep making you roll dice, but let's have reflex saves again for you.
20.
A 20, that's a fail.
I'm running out of space on the hit points box. Just got to rub out some more.
And Fulton?
25.
It's another success for Fulton. Crushing these reflexes at the moment.
Yeah, buddy.
So go ahead, Fulton, take 4 points of damage, and Caragor, you failed that, didn't you?
Yep.
So Caragor, you're going to take 9 points of piercing damage, and then it's a fortitude again.
26 again.
26, wow. Fulton's still fine.
Natural 20.
Natural 20, critical success. There we go. Okay, and I think, does that reduce your poison stage? Oh, I know we're going to get letters about this.
Get letters?
Letters to the studio. Letters to the editor. I'm saying it does. It moves you down to stage. Moves you down to stage 2.
Cool.
Stage 1 rather. But you don't take any further damage for that. I've got to remember how poison works. We have had it for so long. But that's fine. Okay, so you don't take damage from this one.
Cool.
Oh, not feeling good, I imagine, by now, Caragor. All right, then. It's Velda's go. Gosh, this has been a long combat.
It has been a long combat. Now, unfortunately, the only thing I thought I might be able to use is acid, but that's probably gonna hit Caragor and or Fulton. So instead, I'm just going.
Is it? Wait. Is it something we'll have to pass a save for? Because me and Fulton are feeling good about this shit.
I mean, it's. Do it. No, but I'm not even sure it'd be effective, to be honest, because it's acid.
Cast it into the swarm. Destroy it.
It's acid arrow. Which does persistent acid damage potentially, but it is sort of. They are.
Yeah, so you target a thing.
Yeah.
You wouldn't necessarily hit us with that. That's not even AOE.
No. But I'm not entirely sure it'd be effective, and it's quite a powerful spell, and I'll just waste it on a swarm. Can I do a?
It would be effective. You just don't want to use a spell.
Shut up. Can I use what would it be to see how effective acid arrow would be against the swarm? Check.
Yeah, it would be. So you spend an action, and I would like a nature check.
Oh, good. That's my lamest stat. No, that's a 5. That's an 8.
8? You've no idea.
No idea. Right. In that case, I will. I'll cast Electric Arc. Okay.
You cast an Electric Arc on the swarm. It tries to make a reflex save. Gets a 30.
Oh, God.
So it's a success, not a crit success. Takes half damage.
Okay, that's fine. Now it's heightened to level 3, so it's 4d4. Plus my spellcast ability modifier, which is, Dan, because for some reason Pathfinder does not have that on the sheet.
It's 4. It's almost certainly 4, because if you've got an 18 in your key stat, it's always worth knowing what your key stat is, because you're going to be adding that to a lot of stuff.
Oh, it's not actually. That's not too bad. That's 8 plus 4. It's 12. 6 points of damage.
Very nice. 6 points of damage. It crackles with electricity, and a few of them fry away. I can tell you that precision damage from the Hunter's Edge would not have gone through, because they are immune to precision damage.
I see.
But that's fine. They're splattered against the wall now. We're not going to go take hands off the chess piece on that one. We're not going to take it back, but we'll remember that for the future. We won't. We've said that every time that precision damage has come up, and we'll forget it again. But we'll see. Okay, so that was your. That was 2 actions. You got anything else there, Velda? Shield?
Well, no, because I've used an action to.
Oh yeah, you recall knowledge.
Recall knowledge. Yeah, it's me.
Very honest. Well done. All right, we're coming back around to Caragor One Fang.
There's still the millipede. I want to say I was going to do a Million Dead gag, but no one knows Million Dead because this is the Rock Swarm, isn't it? Never mind. So they're still up and about, aren't they?
They are.
And this is not the one that I hunt preyed on, because the other one that I hunt preyed on got blown off, didn't it?
It did. This is a new one.
Fine, I hunt prey on this one. On a recall nature check of if I know anything more about them. On 15. That's nothing. That's not a critical, is it?
That's not going to be successful.
So just 2 attacks. One with the D. Why am I doing that? I just learned that. Would Caragor know that his precision damage from his Hunter's Edge wasn't going through from the last attack?
Yes, you would know that. Yes.
Okay, fine. In which case, I don't do that. I just I use 3 attacks instead. That's a natural 20.
Nice. Oh, a critical hit.
Great.
Critical hit on the swarm.
Is there a card? Do I get a card now? I get a card, guys.
Right up. So you're slashing.
It's like
severed tendon. Until healed, the target is clumsy 1 and suffers a -5 penalty to its land speed. You sever the tendons of enough of the millipedes that you slow them down.
Do they even have tendons? I don't think they do.
It's just like it's probably quite traumatic to watch if you're Fulton. Just Caragor just picking up millipedes and slicing them one up.
Just being that creepy kid who lived down the street.
Not even pulling the leg off, just like cutting each leg a little bit.
Yeah, just cut those tendons.
And then
he's Sid from Toy Story.
Yeah. That was on a crit. That was 12 damage, slashing damage on a crit. The next attack will be 24.
24 is also a hit,
which will be a further 9 points of slashing damage.
Okay, it's still alive. There's still some millipedes left.
Yeah, the final attack's probably not going to hit. That's only a 17 on the final attack.
A 17 on the final attack is not a hit, and let's get let's see what's the duration on that. So 1 round. Okay, let's get another fortitude save to see if you can recover from the poison.
It's given me millipede collie and the infinite sadness. This one, that's also 17.
That's also a 17. It is a fail. You move back to stage 2 of the poison. The poison stays in your system.
Shania shouts, it's just, I can see you're not feeling well, but I did get that last joke, so okay.
Caragor weighs up what's more important in his mind and then just gives a big beaming thumbs up back to Shania.
So you take another 10 points of poison damage. Imagine not feeling great right now.
To quote The Darkest Dungeon, my veins are on fire.
It's a great game.
Bubba Von Hoops, can we end this fight?
Well, let's see, shall we? I was thinking about doing Grim Tendrils, but I don't want to damage anyone in the area any more than they've been damaged. So I'm going to use Telekinetic Projectile and just one of those boxes on the shelf. I'm just going to smash that down onto the blooming la-la-las.
Beautiful. So you roll to hit with this one, don't you?
It's yeah, I can do.
I mean, I'm not saying it's up to you. I like what does the spell say?
I mean, I can do. No, it's a cantrip. So
but either the monster needs to make a save or you make an attack. One of those two things.
Make a ranged attack. Yes.
Okay, so make a spell attack.
It's good. It's 22.
22 is a hit. Roll
yes, mate. Roll damage. All right. So it's 1d6 plus your spell casting ability. 8 points of damage.
8 points of damage, reduced by damage reduction because it's bludgeoning. Still alive.
Damn it.
Got one action left.
All right, let's do the old inspire courage.
Do the inspire. You inspire everyone, which could be good because it's Fulton Battlestone's go.
I've already pre-rolled it. It is a Furious Focus with a 28.
28's a hit, not a crit.
Cool. That is 6. That was a 19 with a 6. 25 plus 29 points of damage.
29 points of damage. And you annihilate the millipedes.
Hey.
Yeah!
Huge swing, you smash your axe through, just sending millipedes flying in all directions, and they just all sort of scatter around. Caragor staggers as the venom courses through and looking pretty ropey as he kind of leans on something, trying to keep his footing. He's still poisoned. He's going to need some healing. He's going to need seeing to, and we'll find out what happens with that next week. That's where we leave it for tonight.
Yeah. All right.
Oh my god. I nearly deleted those millipedes from the initiative tracker because I was like, okay, they've seen the pot. They're never going to break the pot now. Should have known better.
No.
What have we learned from this?
Beautiful.
What have we learned?
Don't sing at millipedes.
Yeah.
Welcome to Dangerling of the Week. This week's episode was made possible by our patrons, but especially our Dangerling of the Week. Her name is Candice Lickerini. Candice. It's like she can dice. Can dice with me. Can dice with me. Can dice with me. Can dice away. Dice with me. To get your name on the show, go to patreon.com/. Hey!